Well, it's tough because not a lot of players get to make it out. You know, especially coming from the inner city. It's tough. It's a lot of good basketball players, but a lot of people get caught up into the streets. They don't have a good parent or they don't have a lot of fan bases around them that people contribute to positivity in their lives. It's just. For me, I had good role models. I looked up to a lot of people who, like I said, were positive, who actually got a chance to get out of the community and show people that it was more to just being in the streets in Baltimore. So basketball was competitive. All my friends played, but it definitely was difficult to get out. He's my brother's age, so I was able to see him go from, the first step into what he was. Like you said, he was a positive role model for all kids in Baltimore, and he was closer to our age. So it was guys before him like Sam Cassell, who, probably, if some people consider one of the most famous, but I think we kind of related more to Melo because he was closer in age. I played for his basketball team, Team Melo. So, going into high school when it was actually when we actually knew that it was possible to be a professional athlete, Melo was definitely the guy we looked up to. It was good, going into Tech, we weren't predicted to do much, and I think just every year we got better. Personally, I started to realize, how good I could possibly be, and I started taking basketball a lot more serious. And like you said, to bring up Melo, I had a summer where I got a chance to go to Atlanta and work out with him. And, some of those things just became reality. I seen the lifestyle that I wanted to live. I seen what it took, the work that he had to put in off the court. And then I met a couple other people like Dante Draper that summer who played in Real Madrid. And after that, those were the guys that I started looking up to. Melo was an NBA superstar, but guys like Draper, Jamon Gordon, who played, a long time in EuroLeague. Those guys were, the guys that I started to gravitate towards because that's what my path would be most similar to. Honestly, the draft was big. I would have loved to get drafted, but I really didn't care. My biggest thing is where my career is when I finish. I could have got drafted and played 2 years in the league, and then that was it. Like a lot of people, but I think personally I'm in a better position than probably 80 or 90% of the draft, the people who got drafted when I didn't get drafted. So I look back at my story, like I said, I chose another path. I think I'm very successful in the path I chose, and I got a chance to play in the NBA, and everything else I wanted to do with basketball, I think I pretty much accomplished. And that was advice coming from guys like Draper. They said if you want to be, consider one of the best players in Europe, you got to win. It doesn't matter to come over here and average 20 points. If you put up numbers and you lose, nobody cares. So I think after my first year in France, when we won, all 3 cups, and then we lost in the Euro Challenge final to Besiktas, I think I kind of realized what people meant, and everybody started to appreciate what I did on the court because we were winning, not so much because of my stats, but because of the winning that the team did. So after that, every year I just tried to win. I think I tried to play my best, of course, individually, but I tried to do my best to help the team and the club that I was on, be successful. I knew it going into the NBA older. I kind of knew what to expect. I think going into Atlanta, I did expect something a little bit different than how it ended, but it's part of the game. I don't like to make excuses. At this point in my career, I really don't care about Atlanta. It's like I met some good people in Atlanta. It did some positive things for me off the court, and I think overall it was a great experience for me. But was I able to be myself, or was I able to show people what I could really do? No, but for me, I really don't care. Yeah, after Atlanta, my second year, the team was kind of trying to tank. They didn't really want to win games to get younger, to get lottery picks. I'm used to winning. So for me, it was kind of depressing playing on a team where, we really wasn't expected to win or even really trying to win. as well as for myself personally, I think that summer going into that season, I had the best summer of my career. I was in the best shape. I felt the best, and then I was still unable to, show what I could really do after, being told that I would have the opportunity to do it. So after that season, I had a surgery on my ankle, and I lost a lot of confidence in myself because, when you're not able to do what you are expected to do or what you can do for 2 years, it kind of mentally drains you. So I took the opportunity to go to China because I knew it was an offensive league. I would get a chance to be myself, and it was a good opportunity going to a good organization in China. I think we were tied for second in EuroLeague. We were the top team in ACB. Once COVID came around, I think that we did have a great chance to win EuroLeague. So it was a lot of hard work that we put into that season, a lot of things we had to go through on and off the court, and not able to have the opportunity to finish the season was definitely was something that we thought about a lot. But honestly, the epidemic was a lot bigger than basketball for me. I think I geared towards safety and my health, and I think if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. Once again, just trying to be myself. Last year I went into Barcelona a little bit late. I just wanted to go in and fit in with a team that they had already put together, but this year is a little bit different. I talked to Coach, and from day one, he said he wanted me to come be myself. He would build the team around me and let me be me. He trusted in me as a winner, and he knows my work ethic on and off the court as a leader. It's the roster that we put together, the commitment that the club has put into basketball here since I've been here has been top level. So it's definitely so far been the most professional place I've ever been, and I think in the long run it's going to help us out. I want to play for winners, and I want to play alongside them. One of the first conversations, he told me that it was possible that he could get Kyle. Kyle is probably, I don't know off the top of my head, but probably the best American or one of the best Americans who's ever played in Europe in terms of winning and championships and playing his role on the team. So, something like that had my mental, directly here. It's like I want to play along. I played against Kyle a lot, never really got a chance to beat him. So, bringing him on my side and having him on my team would be a big positive for me. And Chacho, Siobhan just came off winning ACB. We got a lot of players who won championships and who committed, who've had big commitments to big clubs in Europe who contributed big time to them. So it's a group of players. I always say it's a group of winners coming together to try to get a bigger goal. And the biggest goal right now is EuroLeague, but I think the main goal is winning the Italian league, and that's where we start. And then after that, we'll see what happens. For me, it's just pretty simple. I think when I was 18, I decided to get a family over everything tattoo, and ever since then, everybody knows what my family means to me. Like I said, growing up in Baltimore, I had both my parents. My family was really close. My older brother was my best friend, and the person I looked up to the most. So when I first thought about that and I seen it just stuck with me naturally. On every social media platform. Like my first Twitter name was FOE. My first Instagram name was FOE. So it's a lot of people who start to use it now, but if you look back into 2012, 2013, I've been saying it and using it ever since then. So it's just something I stand on.